the industry. All right, I'm going to leave you with this particular story or interview from Apollo James, where he's speaking to a video production, a videographer rather, who is known as Smith Hemston. He's speaking about video production business in Kenya and also how it's done and what are the ins and outs when it comes to video production. So let's listen in.
Good afternoon. On our conversation today on careers and leadership, we're talking about a very interesting sector, the film industry. And our guest today, who is here to help us break all this sector down, is Smith Hemston. Smith, good to see you, brother.
Good to see you.
Please tell us more about what you do, because you have quite good titles, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me. My name is Smith Hemston Ogola. So the name Smith Hems came from Smith Hemston. Yeah, and that's like my official name. Most guys think that it's a nickname. Yeah, it's my official name. So I am a videographer and a photographer, and I've been in the industry for like 8 years now.
That's a long time to be in the industry, doing the same thing. But let me ask you, when you started and now where you're here, what has the transition been like?
I started way back in 2015. Yeah, when I was still part of the Kenyan Boys Choir.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we used to travel around, and I used to be like the main person with the camera. So every time someone wanted to take a photo, they're like, Smith, can you please take a photo? Can you please take a photo? Then with time, my passion grew. And then from then back after COVID is when I started to create videos most of the time. Yeah, so that's when I joined the sector of like videography and video directing. I used to script a lot and spend a lot of time on editing. Yeah.
But before we get into that, I want to ask you, at what point did you decide, you know what, this is actually something, there's something in here for me, and you made that leap of making it a commercial entity?
I decided to like venture, especially in photography and videography as a business, especially when I realized that there was too much demand for my skills. Yeah, so that's when I was like, I should just go ahead and make it like as a business.
And you've mentioned about your skills. What are the qualities that makes a good video director?
I would say first is having the eye and the vision to see a good image. Yeah, when you're able to direct, when you're able to script, when you're able to shoot, when you're able to edit,
yeah,
that's like a complete,
complete package.
Yeah.
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 How do you charge for, like for instance, your services?
You can't really know like the magnitude of the job you're doing. Yeah. So at times a client might tell you that I just need a simple shoot, and then you go there, you find that it's a wedding. Yeah. So I really need to. I normally have like flexible rates depending on the client that I get.
So they're all tailor-made?
Yeah.
Ah, nice. And do you find it fulfilling?
I'll just say like balance, good balance. So the way I balance my time, because you find that the fact that you're not working 8 to 5, you really have a lot of time to decide whether you want to work or not. Yeah, so, and the good thing with not working like 8 to 5, you find that it's very easy for you to like balance the kind of job that you do. The main challenge comes when there's too much pressure like on the work that you're doing, and then you don't have like enough time to deliver. Yeah.
So you need enough time to just plan yourself.
Yeah, especially when creating content, you really need to give like client a very good timeline to make sure that you beat your deadlines. Yeah.
Speaking of which, please take us through the process of how you create the scripts, how you choose locations, and all those stuff.
So immediately I get a call from a client. I'll ask like the type of service they need.
Yeah.
So maybe let's say a client needs only videography services. So first we'll come up with the concept, and then we get to choose the location. Yeah, because now the location comes after coming up with the concept. So we'll decide if it's an indoor shoot, it's an outdoor shoot. That's when you'll come up with the location. And then after coming up with the location, we start scripting. So by the time you're scripting, you already know the idea that the client is having, and also the location that you'll be shooting at. Yeah. After scripting is when you go to like the budget. You get to decide, okay, the idea will cost you this much. The location will cost you this much. The scripting, if the client needs the video to be in a certain way, it will cost you this much. Yeah. And then that's when we go to production. So the day that we meet for the shoot is when, by that time, we should have completed everything like pre-production. So the day we're meeting for the shoot, we just execute. And then after the shoot, you are left again with editing. Yeah. After editing, submission. Yeah. So you have to submit the work, and the client needs to approve. Yeah. So most of the time, according to my clients, I've had quite a number of clients that already accepted the videos on first-hand submission. When I'm working with brands, products, you find that there are few details that you might miss. That's when the client will tell you, okay, on this particular minute of the video, please change the product. On this and this, please do this. And then that's when you can have like a first change in editing, and then you submit it back to the client. If everything is complete, we'll have either the final product, or maybe we'll have like the second change. Yeah, but past second change, everything should be good. So that's when you get to have like a good production set. So shoots normally depends with the type of concept that you have. Some can take a day, some can take 10 days, some a month. Yeah.
And where do you draw inspiration from?
My inspiration came from traveling. Yeah, so I used to travel a lot. Back in 2015 when I started with the Kenyan Boys Choir, we visited over like 10 states in US and another like 10 states in Canada. So during that period, I was still in the music industry. Yeah, I was like part of the choral group. So according to how we were traveling, the production stage, seeing what's happening behind the scenes, seeing what's happening on those concerts. So I got like the passion and the need to join the film industry. Yeah, also up to date, I'm still traveling. I used to work for different companies. That's when I got the opportunity to travel to places like China for the World Cup, in Dubai, yeah, even like South Africa. So you find that from traveling and seeing how like the production industry works outside Kenya, it really motivated me and gave me like the passion to start creating like professional content here in Kenya. Yeah, and that is what my company is all about, Clean Shots.
So before we even talk about Clean Shots, off air, he had mentioned about shooting using phones. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
What gears do you use?
I use a camera to shoot, especially videos, and also use my phone. Yeah. So for a very long time, I've been using the camera from like 2015 all the way to like 2020 during the COVID period. And then when I started transitioning to videography, I realized that there were so many clients who wanted like my services, but then the budget was a bit low. So that's when I started to shoot some of my footage with the phone. But then again, there was a turnaround, and I realized that the phone is producing very good quality as much as what you can compare with the camera. Yeah, so I went ahead and proceeded with the phone. So for a very long time, I've been shooting with the phone. But then again, I made sure that the quality was as good as the one that I've shot with the camera. And even by the time I told you, like earlier on,
yes,
I always shoot with the phone. You didn't imagine.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Because your hashtag is always clean shots.
Clean shots.
And I wanted to ask you about that as well.
It came about when I decided, because as much as I was shooting with the phone, you find that what gears me and makes my production different is because I invest so much in lighting and I spend so much time on editing. Most of my clients have the same phone that I'm using, but they're not able to achieve the same quality. Yeah, because especially like as much as you have the normal camera, I normally try to enhance and get like the right settings. Yeah, because most people just know like it's point and shoot. It's not really point and shoot. It's point, set, and shoot.
So the secret lies at the settings?
Yeah.
Okay. What will be your dream project from this moment?
My dream project will be to start a production hub of skilled and talented creatives, because I'm really passionate about teaching people. I'm really passionate about making sure that someone that I'm working with gets the right skill that I have, because it's very easy for me to balance that way so that I don't have like too much pressure on my side. Yeah.
How soon are you starting your classes?
So I'll be starting pretty soon, maybe this month. But for more information, I'll post everything on my page. So someone can just check Smith Hems and they can see like the exact details of when my classes will be starting and how long they'll need to attend my class.
Just focus on being great and they will find you. What do you think about this quote, and to anyone who will be interested in your line of work?
Just focus on being great.
And they will find you.
And they'll find you. It's in line with getting to master your craftship to the point that you don't really need to like look for jobs. You don't really need to knock doors and try to fit in. Yeah, once you master your craftship, people will look for you. As you mentioned before, just focus on being great and they will find you. Yeah, make sure that discipline is like your #1 core. Make sure you're really hardworking and you're ready to do like projects that are beyond your means. Try to go an extra mile and do try to go an extra mile and do something that people have never done before. Yeah.